Hello everyone, and it's Gail Moffat here. You can find me on gailmoffat.com or on Facebook, which is Gail Moffat, International British Spiritual Medium and Teacher. And so yeah, find me if you want to sort of chat to me throughout the week. Now, over the last couple of weeks, I've been speaking about how to do what I do, because I know that there are people out there listening to this that think, I do get some sort of instinctive feelings, or I do get sort of an awareness, or I just know something, or the phone rings and I know who it's going to be, or there's all those sort of instinctive things that happen in our life and we dismiss them. And I wanted to talk about, actually, the last 2 weeks I started off talking about the tarot cards, and then last week I showed you how to open up with going through the chakras. And this week, what I'd like to talk about is meditation. And meditation is, I consider, vital, absolutely vital if you want to be a good medium. And so I endeavour to meditate every day. And sometimes it's only for 5 minutes or 10 minutes because I'm busy. And then other times it may be, I might meditate for about half an hour or even an hour. But that's the key. It's the discipline of working with spirit. And last week I spoke about bringing up the energy through the chakras of the body. And, if you missed that episode, go back onto my page on Facebook and you'll be able to see it, because it's all on there. But this week I wanted to sort of talk about a little bit of a shortcut, because I don't actually use the chakras anymore. And I know a lot of mediums use that method, so I did want to teach it. But what I do is I actually just literally visualize bringing up the energy slowly up through my body, up to the top of my head, and then I'm away to go. But what I will do is I will sit in that space with the energy at the top of my head for some time, because I think that it's quite important it's almost like I'm fine-tuning that radio and getting it on the right frequency and the right level. And you know how if you've got a radio and you're turning your knob and it's clickety clickety, but then suddenly you're getting into that space where you can hear perfectly. And that's what you've got to do with mediumship. So in other words, that meditation, bringing up that energy, bringing it up to the top of your head, and sitting, what I call to be sitting in the power, sitting in that energy and sitting with spirit. But one of the things, apart from doing mediumship, that is quite important, is that by sitting in the power, you actually pick up things about life itself. And if there's things going on in your life, suddenly you're getting an awareness or just a feeling or an intuition. Because when you're meditating or sitting in the power, what happens is that you're actually connecting to your own spirit or the spirit world. And through that, you will pick up vital aspects of life itself and become a wiser person. And this is what's so important, because ultimately this is why we're here on the earth plane. We're here to learn our lessons and become that wise person. So in other words, that meditation is a bit of a shortcut if you think about it, because you're getting that wisdom being brought to you on a daily, regular basis if you're regularly meditating. And this is a practice that the Buddhists believe in. They believe that by meditating every day, you will become wise and not have to repeat your life again when you go back to the spirit world. So that's an interesting concept. So it's taking an aspect from from one of our world religions and looking at it and looking at the importance of it. So it's something that you may want to start doing as you're opening up and developing your mediumship. Because I actually say, if you want to develop as a medium, you need to have a spiritual practice. And if that spiritual practice is meditating or sitting in the power, then you are halfway there to being a fantastic medium and doing fantastic work as a medium. So that's a little sort of quick synopsis about sitting in the power or meditating. Now, I understand that I've got Sherry in Fontana, California. Are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Oh, hello.
Can you hear
and
me?
Do you spell it with... Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes.
And do you pronounce it like Sherry?
It's more like Cherie. So it's kind of like
Cherie.
S-U-R-E. Well, the way you pronounce it is kind of like that. Like sure and then re.
Cherie. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Great. Thank you.
No problem.
Right. So I'm a medium and I'm also a psychic, which means I can look at aspects of your life, but I can also connect to loved ones in the spirit world. Is there a particular way that you'd like me to work?
Probably maybe the psychic realm. The psychic portion. Yeah.
We've got a very on the show, it's quite a short space of time. Where would you like me to focus?
More on love and, if we have time, career. So maybe a little bit of both.
Right. Are you in a relationship?
Well, it sure feels like it, but I'm seeing someone kind of like dating them while kind of hanging out with them, and there's another person that is kind of like in and out of my life.
Right, okay. Right, now there's the person that's in and out of your life, is he somebody that you've known for some time?
Yes.
Because I feel that there's a sort of a lengthy time, and I feel that there was a time where you had some sort of relationship, but there's a sort of a feisty element with this relationship. Would you understand that?
Yes. Yeah.
It's almost like it erupts. You know, it's like, and whilst when it's a sort of a dormant volcano, it's just bubbling along nicely, and then suddenly, whoops, it's erupting again. And I get this feeling that there's a lot of passion and a lot of, there's a lot of volatility, and it's almost as though with that relationship, it's almost, how can I put it? You can't do without each other, and you can't do with each other. It's all that sort of feeling.
Exactly.
Does that all make sense to you?
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
100%.
But I do think there's strong feelings between the two of you, and I feel that those feelings have been there, there for the duration. You might have that volatile relationship, but the feelings are there, and the feelings are quite strong. And but I think that sometimes both of you may kid yourself that there are not feelings when you're going off in a different direction in your huffs that you go in.
Oh yeah.
Is that a word that we use? It's like, I don't like him anyway. Oh, that's how I feel about that.
I do that. Yeah, and I think he does the same thing with me sometimes.
I'm sure he does, and but I know that there's a reason why this person's in your life, and and it's a very. I feel that on some level, both of you have learned a lot about relationships and things like that, and it's almost like it's preparing both of you as you move forward in the future. But I want to switch to this other gentleman that you're seeing, and I feel with him that it seems to be sort of all nice and pleasant.
It is, yeah.
It's pleasant.
It definitely is that.
Pleasant is the word. Mm-hmm. I want to use the word pleasant, and I just think that as I look at both of you, I sort of enjoy that volatility and that pizzazz that you have with this other gentleman. It's sort of there's a sort of enticing way about it. Would you know what I mean when I say? And I feel like that he's not, he's not very far from your thoughts, and I feel that this person that you're seeing, where it's very pleasant and very nice, I feel that it's like it's a distraction for the time being.
Yeah, I feel that way sometimes.
And I just get this feeling that you are likely to get back involved with the former gentleman, because I feel that what I'm being told, he's not going anywhere soon. It's almost like that the relationship with you is more stronger than you probably realise.
I think it is. For sure.
I actually feel that there will come a point where the two of you may even say to each other, do you know what, should we do something about this relationship business? Let's... I feel like it's almost like you're kidding yourselves. There's love there. You're kidding yourselves. And I think the only reason why you split up is because of that volatility, that fieriness that you've got with it. But I do feel that you will be. And I think also when either one of you get word of the other one being involved with somebody else, there's a little pang of jealousy.
Yeah. It is.
Because I'm pretty certain if you found out that he was seeing somebody right now, you'd be a bit miffed, sort of,
right,
and a bit sort of like, and the reason being is because you've got feelings. There's feelings there. There's feelings for you, and the same is with him. And it's almost as though I sort of want to bang your heads together, because I feel that it's a relationship that can work, but it's almost like it's like you're learning to be with each other, and I feel like there's going to get to a point where the two of you actually get it.
Yes. I feel like I'm almost there. And I don't know where he's at exactly with that, but I mean, I consider him my twin flame, so it's kind of like that. It's just like a back and forth of like what's going on. It's craziness.
I just don't see anybody else being a proper replacement for you, and I just think that he's this man is your man. And I know that he loves you too, but he gets, I think there's so much similarity between the two of you, which causes that volatility. And I feel that there's one or both of you, you actually know both of you, what am I talking about? Both of you are quite stubborn.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
We are. Yes.
Well, thank you for calling in.
No problem.
I've got another caller coming in, and I know it's I did warn you, it goes very quickly, doesn't it? But find me on Facebook if you want to chat any further.
All right, thank you so much. That was a wonderful insight, and I completely understand it, like 100%. It was 100% accurate. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Lovely to talk to you. Right. So I've got Fabiola in Los Angeles, California. How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm good. And how can I help you? I'm a medium, so I can connect to loved ones in the spirit world, or I can look at aspects of your life.
I've been trying to connect with my sister. She passed away like 16 years ago.
Sorry, your sister passed away?
Yes.
16 years ago?
Yes.
Is that what you said? 16 years ago?
Yes.
Okay. Right. Okay. I get the feeling with you that there's a great similarity between the two of you, sort of like in looks and mannerisms and the way you speak. Do you remember that about your sister?
I do remember. We were really close to each other. She was 4 years old, and I was 5 when she passed away.
Right. Okay. So it's she was very young.
Yes.
Because I get the feeling like it's almost like you look like you're twins. That there's this real similarity between the two of you, and I think if you look at some photographs, it's like almost like you look so similar. And is there sort of like do you have sort of like blondish coloured hair?
Does this color hair? What do you mean?
Does the colour of your hair, is it blonde?
No, it's light brown.
Okay. When you were younger, was it blonde or lighter?
It was more like brown.
Okay, got that wrong. Never mind. That happens sometimes. But I'm just getting that sense that there's a real similarity between the two of you, and I feel like you look like each other. It's almost like you could be twins. And I feel that there's I've got sort of like images of going down a slide, and images of was there any like videos or cine camera films taken of you when you were small?
Yes, we actually have a few pictures together.
Right, because I feel like, but I feel like there's I feel like I'm watching you like going down a slide, and I'm sort of outside and I'm also And also, I feel that there's like I'm being shown a teddy bear. Well, I call it like a stuffed animal, like a stuffed toy that belonged to your sister. And I feel that this was something that was quite precious to her. Do you remember that?
Yeah, she used to have a doll, and we used to actually have one that looked like each other.
Right, yes, because she's drawing my attention to like either a doll or a stuffed thing, or you know, but it's quite precious to her, and I feel like she's showing me a sort of a memory of like almost like having a tea party with all the dolls and toys and things like that, and cups and saucers, little and things like that. Would you remember that?
No, I don't remember that. We used to live in like a farm kind.
Like a what?
Like a farm. We used to have like a lot of animals and like grass and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I'm just getting that sense of there's this dolls that she liked, and I also feel that there's I'm getting this sense where I'm quite tired and I get quite weary and weak. Would you remember that about her?
Yeah, she used to get sick a lot when she was a baby.
Sorry?
She used to get sick a lot when she was a baby, so she would spend a lot of time in like clinics and hospitals.
Yeah, and I just get this feeling where she's sort of tired and weary, and I feel that she and she had to cope with her tiredness for quite a long time, and this was something that sort of was quite difficult for her. But there's an older lady in the spirit world that met her when she went to the spirit world, and I feel like this is going on a grandparent line, and she, because I know that there's a lady that sort of looks after her in the spirit world, and I've also got this sense of being, because I've got these outside, looks like a climbing frame or and sort of slides and things like that. There's outdoor sort of activity frames. Do you remember that?
My grandma actually passed away a few years later. And we used to climb a lot on trees, and yeah, we used to climb a lot on trees and like small mountains.
And also, do you remember rolling down a hill?
Yes.
Because I've got this hill where I'm rolling down, and I'm seeing with her that she did either one of you have curly hair?
She had more curlier than I did.
Okay, and did one of you used to did she used to have to brush her hair a lot at night time? You know how people used to do that a lot, brush their hair, because I'm drawn to wanting to brush my hair a lot.
Well, I remember I used to brush her hair a lot. Like, we used to play with each other a lot.
Yeah, because I'm getting this brushing of hair a lot. And I'm being drawn to some shoes that had some bows on it.
I don't remember the shoes.
Okay. And also, did you have a tractor?
No, my dad didn't have a tractor.
Was there like a machine vehicle or a big vehicle that you used to climb on?
Yeah, it's the things that you put in the farm.
Yeah, because I've seen these vehicles that you're climbing on, and also I'm seeing a barn as well.
A barn?
A barn.
I don't remember that.
It's like an outside building where I feel that it just feels like an outside building.
We used to have one, but it was like filled with like chickens and stuff like that.
Yeah. But I know that she's secure in the spirit world, and I get the feeling that I want to sort of, I still want to put put bows in my hair as well.
My mom used to do that a lot to us.
Yeah. And I feel like I put ribbons as well in my hair. And also I feel like there's times when I braid it. That's what you call it in America, braiding, plaiting.